So as we all know by now, ladies and gentlemen, and it gets ever so tiresome, the world of sport has become highly political, with teams, organizations, players aligning themselves with certain political agendas, and on top of that, making sure the whole world knows about it, because everybody looks great virtue signaling, don't they? It's a great PR move and everybody gets the good old-fashioned brownie points. However, what happens when a player, an individual who has championed a community for so long, ends up quote-unquote turning their back on them? Well, that's the story we have making the rounds right now in the UK, as Liverpool and England player Jordan Henderson, who has become a big ally for the LGBTQ plus community, with statements in the past in 2019, for example, the idea that anybody I love and care about wouldn't feel safe or comfortable coming to watch me play if they are part of the LGBT community makes me wonder what world we live in. He became somebody they all look to who could stand in the face of oppression, and so on and so on. And as we all know by now, clearly these people haven't quite caught on yet. When you go ahead and make these great PR moves, these amazing moves that look great on the surface, and you claim to be an ally for these communities you claim to care about, you're actually signing a life-binding contract, because from that point on, these communities will be watching every move you make like a hawk and will be ready to come down on you as soon as you do something that goes against what they believe in. And this is where the controversy comes in, because Saudi Arabia are trying to make their league the next big thing and are signing players left, right and center to big money contracts, and we're talking millions and millions a year. And Jordan Henderson has accepted an offer from a Saudi Arabia team, which has led him to be criticized by the LGBTQ plus communities for obvious reasons, because we all know how Saudi Arabia lives their lives. Is it hypocritical for Jordan Henderson to go ahead and accept an offer from a Saudi Arabian team when he's championed the LGBTQ plus community for so long, he stood by them? Obviously, yes. Okay, but then you have to ask yourself the question, do these players, do these teams, do these organizations actually care about what they stand for? I don't think so. It's just a great PR move. They want to look great when they virtue signal, as I've alluded to throughout this video. So when these teams come in with big money offers, and we're talking again millions and millions and millions, the player's going to sit there and think to themselves, right, do I accept this offer and go to Saudi Arabia where my personal life isn't going to be affected, or do I stay in the country and stop the backlash and not face controversy for going over there? It's an obvious answer, really, isn't it? You know, football and sport for so long now has been about the money, and players will go to a place where they're going to get offered the most money. So when Jordan Henderson sees this offer come in worth around 700k a week, is he going to turn that down just so he can look good and stand by these progressive communities? I think the virtue signaling, right, stops there. But according to The Guardian, Jordan Henderson moving to Saudi Arabia is the biggest mistake of his career. Jordan Henderson is no longer an LGBTQ plus ally after Saudi move, says Hitzelsberger. I'm sorry if I got that name wrong. The former Germany footballer Thomas Hitzelsberger has criticized Jordan Henderson for joining the Saudi Arabian club Al-Ettifaq, and said that England's internationals brand as an ally of the LGBTQ plus community is dead. Henderson, a vocal supporter of the Premier League's Rainbow Laces campaign and inclusion within the game, left Liverpool after 12 years on Thursday for the Saudi Pro League club. The 33-year-old signed a 3-year contract worth £700,000 a week to join a team managed by another former Liverpool legend, Steven Gerrard. Hitzelsberger, who played for Aston Villa, West Ham and Everton in the Premier League, announced he was gay in 2014 after his playing career was over. The 41-year-old expressed dismay over Henderson's move to Saudi Arabia, where homosexuality is legal and punishable by death. So Jordan Henderson finally gets his move to Saudi Arabia, fair play to him. He can play wherever he wants to play, Hitzelsberger posted on social media. Curious to know though how the new brand JH will look like. The old one is dead. I did believe for a while that his support for the rainbow emoji community would be genuine. Silly me. Al-Ettifaq announced the signing of Henderson with a video montage of his career. In it, the then Liverpool captain's rainbow armband is doctored to appear in black and white. Liverpool's club supporters board, which includes representatives from Cop-Outs and the Women's Supporters Club, said Henderson's move to Saudi has caused hurt and division. And this is what happens when these communities put these people on a pedestal that actually don't care about them, and they go ahead and do a move that go against what they stand for. They all get upset, they all get frustrated. It's like when Beyonce performed in Dubai, you know, and they have certain laws over there. They weren't too happy. They said, this is an insult to us. How dare she go and perform over there? This is an insult to the LGBTQ plus communities. I think these people really need to get the message that these celebrities, these advocates, don't actually care. It's just for their brand image. It's that simple, really. But if Jordan Henderson, wants to go ahead and earn big money, then he's completely in the right to do so. It's his career. He needs to make the best move for himself. He's 33 years old. He can't keep playing at Liverpool forever. The team will drop him as soon as his body catches up to his age. So he needs to make the best move for him, and accepting that offer is going to change things for his family's life forever. Not that he hasn't earned a lot of money, but the money we're talking about here is nothing compared to what he's on now, okay? And as I keep saying, football is all about the money. But the media reaction to this, if The Guardian wasn't a big enough indicator, has been very negative. They simply cannot believe Jordan Henderson is going against the LGBTQ plus community. Now, you have to remember, some of these organizations don't like the Saudi League. I think every football fan watching kind of gets that. They don't like the fact Saudi Arabia are taking players on big money contracts and trying to make their league the next big thing. So they're going to use their hate for that and attach it to the Jordan Henderson situation so they can make this all a very big talking point. But this is what Sky Sports and the BBC had to say regarding the whole matter. Take a listen.
Mixed feelings, mixed emotions. On a personal level, I understand he has to do what's best for him. But I think particularly for people like me who he's had engagements with previously, we definitely feel that we've lost in some way a supporter and ally. Look, I wanted to just kind of reach out with my gratitude to just say, look, thanks so much for wearing the armband. It means so much to people who are LGBT, who are involved in football in some way. So for to come back, obviously, and as you've seen with probably the thousands of likes and retweets and comments underneath, it meant a lot to me. On a personal level, I can understand there's financial reasons, there's personal reasons, there's game time. But I do think as an advocate or an ally of people who are LGBT, whether it's in sports or life, there are knock-ons, repercussions from your actions, and his decision to go over to Saudi Arabia and play there has definitely kind of tarnished a bit of his reputation for me, slightly.
Jordan Henderson saying that he'll always be a Red, and he also said you'll never walk alone. The problem is he's going to a country where people do walk alone. If you're homosexual in Saudi Arabia, you walk alone because homosexuality is illegal. You can be if you are homosexual in Saudi Arabia. Now, Amnesty International has been very clear. They say Saudi Arabia has embarked on a program of sports washing to try to obscure its extremely poor human rights record. So by moving to Saudi Arabia, you can accuse Jordan Henderson of being part of a sports washing program. I think the bigger question is, we have to ask ourselves, are these footballers actually social activists? Do they believe in the causes that we're led to believe that they feel very strongly about? And I have never been convinced.
It is pretty simple for these players. Just keep out of politics. So when you do a move that would go against a certain community you claim to stand for, you're not going to get heavily criticized. When you sign the contracts for whatever team you play, it doesn't say in the small print, oh, you also get to promote political agendas. Just do the job you're paid for, play on the pitch. People aren't saying, players shouldn't have political opinions, but when they have a huge reach and they then put it all out there, it can be a very negative thing because they then have to stick by it in every place they go. And every move they make, they have to stick by it. And it's becoming increasingly hard for these players when they don't actually care about what they're claiming to stand for. But that is the end of the video, ladies and gentlemen. Leave your comments down below about this whole situation. Do you think it's very hypocritical for Jordan Henderson to go ahead and play in the Saudi League? Or do you think he's completely in the right to accept this big money contract? I would love to know. Leave a like rating. Also, if you have enjoyed today's video, if you're new, hit that big red subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video. Share this video. But until next time, it has been your boy JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.